What's up, YouTube? Natsu Team FTNatsu back today. Going to be looking at some of the new cards that got leaked. When you guys see this, it would have been yesterday, or at least I first heard about them yesterday. So it probably may have been sometime on Monday. So whatever. I just want to talk about them. All that. Just whatever. Give my thoughts on them. I actually originally I did another video of this where I my initial reactions, but turns out I didn't mute my computer. I muted my mic. Yeah. So. Anyway, this is the new Gear Chronicle Ace or whatever, however you want to call it. Chrono Fang Tiger. So it's pretty cool. It's Mewtwo's Ace card. I kind of like it. Well, I don't know if I say I like it better than Chrono Jet because Chrono Jet has the guard restrict, but whatever. This card has its own cool utilities. So or actually, I'll put this. It's whatever. So its Gem Break 2 ability is that when you are playing the Cost for Stride, all the cards in your hand, you may have them get Great Plus 3. If you do that though, they're instead of you putting them in drop zone, they are bound. Although honestly, I mean does that really matter for Gear Chronicle? I mean, yeah, Gear Chronicle has a Legion, but no one Gear Chronicle is essentially play Chrono Jet or go home. There is, yeah, I mess around with Legion for fun, but if you actually want to with your Gear Chronicle, it's Chrono Jet, Vanguard, or go home. For the most part. So, it's pretty interesting because you don't have to use that ability, and it lets you stride a lot easier. So, if you want, you can, try some interesting other grade 1s out aside from the stride enablers, but even then, the stride enablers are still pretty good. And then its secondary ability is when it's written, bind the cards from your hand face up, and choose one of your opponent's rear guards. Your opponent puts that rear guard back in their deck, and then they search for one card in their deck with grades with 2 grades less than the unit. Call it to rear guard circle and shuffle your deck. So if you get rid of a grade 1 or a grade 0, the card's just gone, straight up. You just gone. And then a grade 2 becomes a grade 0, and a grade 3 becomes a grade 1. So this card's actually pretty good because it lets you get rid of any annoying grade 1s a lot more easily, and it's Chrono Jet does it at a plus because you're just counterblasting, but this one doesn't cost a counterblast, so there's that. And even then, I'm not sure about this. I don't main Gear Chronicles. I have to look at all the cards and everything, but I believe most of there are quite a few. I know for a fact there are quite a few Gear Chronicle cards that work from the bind zone. They have effects from the bind zone. I'm not sure if it has to be from the field though. But even then, it seems like they're gonna have more effects that activate in the bind zone. So, there's probably gonna be a card out there that makes the -1 that you're getting, it turns into a +1. But we'll see what they decide to do with it. And then we have, if my computer will. Okay, there we go. Then we have the new Kimnara. He grew up into grade 2, and he's kind of bad. There's no ifs, ands, or buts to it. He's bad. So he's Blaze. Blaze is the new Kagero keyword thing, whatever you want to call it. It's their new archetype, I guess. These keywords kind of cards are all kind of archetypes, I guess. They're more splashable than previous archetypes and stuff. Anyway, at the beginning of each of your attacks, if the number of guards you have is greater than your opponent's, your Vanguard becomes blazing until the end of the turn. So, basically, when I have more regards than your opponent, it's interesting. It's an interesting concept because Kagero is supposed to be retire, even though they've kind of with how much better Overlord is than the rest of the stuff. Essentially, they've become the Restander clan, the Restanding Vanguard clan, because it was the first to have a Restander. Actually, that's not true. No, wait, no. Yeah, it is. Never mind. So there's that. Anyway, it's Counterblast 1. Put it in Soul. At the end of the battle, let this unit attack. If your Vanguard's blazing, you hit the cost. If you do, choose one of your opponent's rear guards and retire it. So this card's not it has to. Yeah, it doesn't have to hit, but it's an 8K and it's not even. You're losing your rear guard and your opponent's losing your rear guard. So, like, you're not even going plus off of it. Because you have to put it in soul. If it was after it attacked every time, it'd be okay. But even then, we have Twilight, Kagura has Twilight Arrow, so, like, Kagura is just so much better. I mean, this doesn't have to be boosted, but even then, it's an 8K, so you kind of have to, you kind of, you kind of need a boost to hit anything anyway. And then we have the other Blaze card that they released, they announced, leaked, whatever you want to call it. What's his name? His name is Wyvern Strike Gargery. He looks like, Menace Laser, actually. He looks like Menace Laser grew up. Or it might just be me, but that's how I see it. So he's also has his Blaze ability. And then his Vanguard ability is Gem Break 1 when he attacks a Vanguard. No, when your unit, my bad, when any unit attacks a Vanguard, if he's blazing, the attack unit gets 3,000 power until the end of the battle. Which is, I mean, it's okay. It lets Kimnara actually do something if you want to play Kimnara because you need blaze units, but it's not terrible, but it's nothing special. And then his on-ride ability is Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1, get a blaze unit from the top 5 to your hand, which is, it's okay. I mean, if you run a lot of blaze units, yeah. Although the Legend's on-ride ability is a lot better, but then again, the Legend's not even that great. It's kind of meh. So those are the Kagura cards. Then for the Dark Regulars, we have the new starter. This is her. Her? Yeah, her. Definitely her. Definitely her. Enigmatic Assassin. This card's actually pretty cool. So it's the Dark Regular keyword is darkness, and darkness, you turn on darkness by putting a card in your soul that turn. It doesn't specify when it has to be too, which is kind of cool, but actually, no, Dark Regular is actually a couple ways to soul charge during battle phase, but that's kind of cool, I guess. But anyway, so her effect is she's actually a starter, and she doesn't have a Forerunner, which is but it makes sense. So at the beginning of your attack step, if the number of cards in your soul is 10 or more, you may call this card to Rearguard Circle. And if you do, it gets 5,000 power, so it becomes a 10k attack, booster / attacker. And then, if you have 15 cards in your soul, it becomes a 20k attacker / booster. This unit's okay. I mean, essentially, the Dark Colors just have better units, like, to use as a starter. The Amon starter is probably the best starter. Although, I mean, like, one cool thing you can do with this unit is if you have to ride the original Amon, what you can do is actually, if you're a Legion for that matter with the original Amon, that's not that bad either. What you can do is you can use the original Amon, the grade 1, the original Amon from like G set, from not G set, from like set 3 or whatever. You can use the ability, Counterblast, put this card back in your soul, and then use the effect again. So you can abuse 20k boost, which is really, really good. And also, it's a, how do I put this? Like, essentially, you're also killing Rearguard with that too. So, that's pretty great. That's a pretty cool combo you can do. But at the end of the day, the other Amon starter is kind of better, because you can power up a Rearguard to insane numbers. And I believe it soul charges too. But this is still not bad. I mean, you can still do that shenanigan, which is pretty great. And since Amon will already be at 25k, it's a 45k, or what, actually with Legion, so it'll be 21, 36, 56, yeah, it'll be 56, yeah, that's kind of big, only kind of. Then we have Doppel Vampire. This card's okay. Generation Break 1 Darkness. When this unit attacks the Vanguard, if the number of cards in your soul is 6 or more, it gets 5,000 power, so it's a 14k attacker, which is not bad. And then if the number of cards in your soul is 15 or more, it becomes Silent Tom, which is pretty great. Amon actually got quite a bit of good support in this set. Not Amon directly, but like, these cards work well with Amons, essentially. It's actually not bad. I mean, it's another guard restrict, and Dark Regulars have been getting quite a bit of guard restricts lately too. And speaking of guard restricts, our last Dark Regular card is also guard restrict. And this card's a common. It's not, oh my gosh, OP, but for a common, this is actually really good. So it's Gem Break 1 Darkness. When it attacks a Vanguard, if the number of cards in your soul is 10 or more, he gets 10k power. Which is not bad. And the number of cards in your soul is 15 or more, your opponent can't call grade 1 or greater cards from hand to Guardian Circle. Which is pretty good. And before anyone says, no, Natsu, it's not even that good anymore, we have G Guardians. Okay. You have to get to your heal trigger. in your hand, and then yeah, you know, you can Guardian this attack once. Let's see you do it again. Let's see you keep doing it every turn. You're not gonna keep doing it every turn. And this card, with cards like Prominence Glare and Yggdrasil, and like those are the two that come to mind. For the most part, if you really wanna, if you like really wanna, how do I put this? Like, you can only do that like 1 or 2 times. Like you can only do that 1 or 2 times. This card you can just keep doing it. So I mean, yeah, it's only 21k, but still for a common, this card's amazing. And then it has the other standard effect on ride, counterblast 1, soul blast 1, check top 5 for a darkness, and add it to hand. But I mean, it depends if you want to use the effect. I mean, because it's a soul blast 1, so you don't want. But it's still, I mean, it's a +1, depending on what you get too. But you know. And then we have our Angel Feather cards. We have our new Sentinel, and it's not a no-CL, which makes me very sad. I'm not sure how to feel about this card. So, its effect, you know, Sentinel, whatever. And then the Angel for the keyword is Rescue. I'll get into that a little bit after. But, Gem Break 1, Counterblast 1, when it's placed on Guardian Circle, if you have a face-up copy of it in your damage zone, which is interesting, I wish it was your drop zone, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose a card from your damage zone, heal it, and then perform a damage check. So essentially you can damage swap. So what this does, I mean, yes, Counterblast 1, but it's you heal off the Counterblast you paid. Like, who cares? It's you just need a face-up damage to actually use the effect, but I mean, otherwise it's free, and it's Angel Feather. Do they really care? Angel Feather don't care about Counterblast. We don't care about Counterblast. This card's okay. I mean, if you're on Gabrielle, or if you have Broken Heart, or if you have 2 Broken Hearts like Gabrielle, you get extra power, which is nice, since all Angel Feather X... No. All Angel Feather X pretty much have to run Broken Heart. Broken Heart is the key to that deck. That card's so good. Like, oh my gosh. It'll be interesting to see how like the rest of the stuff fills in with this. I mean, you can get an OCL, but it seems more. This card seems a lot better for Gabrielle. I mean, you usually run both anyway because like the cards work. So support works for both cards. So there's that, but it's okay. We'll see. I'll have to see like how good this card can be though. Honestly, I need to test it and see. But this card seems alright. I kind of wish it was an OCL though, but whatever. Then we have this card, Treatment Nurse. It's pretty cute. Sadly, her effect is kind of meh. When her attack, she's rescue 1. Oh, I see now. I never realized this, but I think there might actually be further support for rescue. That like you can do rescue 2, rescue 3. Gosh, that's rescue. Oh my gosh. Nah, they gotta keep it. They gotta keep it at rescue 1 for rear guards because Broken Heart will get out of control. Gem Break 1, when its attack hits a Vanguard, choose a card from your damage zone, heal it to one of your Vanguards, and deal 1 damage. So it's kind of meh. I mean, because at least if you rescue during your opponent's turn, you can hit a damage trigger and get an extra power from that damage trigger. Since you perform a damage check and the triggers are, and it says right there, triggers are also activated. But this card's actually not even good. It will see no play, even though it's cute. And then the last Angel Feather card, Rescue and Pegasus. This card is also bad. Rescue 1, Generation Break 1, Vanguard or Rearguard Circle. When the unit attack hits Vanguard, choose one of your other units, Rearguard, yeah, not units, big difference. And it gets 2,000 power till the end of the turn. And then you choose to charge from your damage zone, heal it, choose one of your Vanguards and deal 1 damage. It's not good. No one's ever going to play this card. And then we have our deeply stuff. Cosmic Hero Grand Top. The new Cosmic Hero for the new Cosmic Heroes. That's this. I forgot the kid's name, but like he played in the last episode of Vanguard. He was the kid that with the deep play stack. Mr. Justice Kid or whatever. Their keyword is burst. So, Gem Break 1, rest him. If your Vanguard's power is 25,000 or greater, choose one of your units, and that unit gets plus 4,000 power, which is meh. I mean, it's okay, but whatever. And then, if your Vanguard's power is 35,000 or greater, you may put this unit in your soul, draw a card, and countercharge 1, which is also kind of not that great. Most of the police decks just run other starters. This card's meh. It will probably never see play. This is probably the best police card they released like in the league. which is a new Sentinel. So it's, you know, Sentinels, whatever, and it's Burst. Here's the burst effect is Generation Break 1, Soul Blast 1. If your Vanguard's power is 3,000 or greater, which isn't that hard to meet because you just stride and you just powered up by 4K and there you go. Or if you break Ride Legion, then bam, there you go, 31. Until the end of the turn, it gets until the end of the turn he gets until the end of the turn he gets that at the end of the turn he goes back to the hand. It's really weird that they say it to the end of the turn that he gets that ability because you know it loses the ability when it turns to the hand, but whatever. It does it each turn too. Anyway, so it gets that ability. Then if your Vanguard's power is 35,000 or greater, it gets 4,000 power until the end of the turn. So it becomes a 10k booster. This card's definitely going to see some play. Because in emergency, it's not necessarily emergency, but it's 10k booster. You can put it behind your Vanguard. And Kaiser's definitely going to see play because with Kaiser, what you can do is you can break Ride Legion. So that way, to get to 35,000 power, you break Ride Legion. So then you get whatchamacallit. You break Ride Legion, so you're at 21. You're at 31k. Then the Dayusha effect, Dayusha effect makes it 33k. So if you can just boost your Vanguard by 4k power, then it becomes 37k. And then this card becomes 10k booster, which means you have 47k with guard break with 2 crit. Good luck, bro. Like, yeah. So this card's definitely gonna see some play, and I mean, yeah, like you know, it uses up a soul, but they have the grade 2 lets you soul charge, so there's that. And I know they have another unit. I forgot its name, but they have another unit that lets you soul charge too. So it's like, and it's a D Robo, so this card's definitely gonna see some play. And also, I mean, it's a 10k booster. Like, it's not even that bad. And then lastly, we have Cosmic Air Grandmaster. So this card's so it's Burst, Rear Guard effect, Gem Break 1, once per turn. You can Counterblast 1. If your Vanguard's power is 15,000 or greater, this unit gets plus 4,000 power. So basically, you can Counterblast 1 every turn you stride and get 4,000 power. And then if your Vanguard's power is 35,000 or greater, choose one of your Vanguards, and until the end of the turn, it gets plus 4,000 power. If it wasn't for the fact that it costs a Counterblast, this card actually would be not that bad. Because 22k Rear Guard line, or even with Command of the Laurel, it's a 90k Rear Guard line, which is, I mean, you know, it's a respectable, it's a respectable column. And then, you can pop your Vanguard to further, but it costs a Counterblast, so it's not that good. And then its on-ride effect is Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1, search for a burst card, which is, it's standard. I mean, nothing special. And yeah, that's all the cards that have been leaked, at least, at the time of recording this. Overall, that Gear Chronicle card, oh my god, that Gear Chronicle card looks fun, though. The Gear Chronicle, I can't talk properly, looks fun. The Angel Feather stuff looks interesting. The Perfect Guard looks interesting to mess around with. I can't wait for that to be put on Cardfight Area. Hopefully, Cardfight will update soon. It should update soon with the new card, so I can mess around with it in my Angel Feather deck, my no-CL, even though Angel Feather's not even that amazing, but whatever. But yeah, we'll see what else they decide to do. Gear Chronicle actually looking pretty good right now. We'll see what else they decide to do. It's cool that this new Gear Chronicle, the new Gear Chronicle stuff, is gonna be able to work with some of the the other Gear Chronicle stuff they have. So you can kind of probably try something there, but we'll see how it works with Chrono Jet and all that. But yeah. Anyway, this has been Natsu /KBF Team Fairy Tale signing out.